Now, y'all have probably seen Kanye West has been ranting on Twitter again. I ain't gonna lie to you. When I go on Twitter and I see that Kanye West is posted again, I get excited, especially when I see more than one tweet. I'm like, oh shoot, he is in his zone right now. It's going down. So a lot of us know that a lot of what he's saying is true, right? Like we've seen numerous movies about this. Bill DeVoe, TLC, NWA, like constantly. What basically artists do is they sign record deals and they end up with advances that they can never pay back, right? You get money that you never pay back, and you end up with fame, but actually you're broke. And I'm gonna go ahead and reference Ruslan right quick. Shout out to Ruslan because he did a great video on this called 4 Reasons Why Your Favorite Rapper is Broke. And he did another video actually on the Kanye incident that you need to go and check out. And it actually put me into the perspective. It reminded me of why I did not sign the deal that I got offered at 18. I got offered a rap deal at 18. I did not sign the deal because I felt like I knew that what was in the contract, the way that they were handling the advances, that I was going to end up with fame and clout, but broke. So his rants got to the point the other day where he peed on the Grammy. Like he literally peed on the Grammy. Like I turned on the video and all I seen was Yeezy's urine, toilet, and Grammy in the bowl. He was peeing on the Grammy. And I'm not here to talk about whether or not that was unchristian. I mean, I think Jesus did a few things that was unchristian, like telling his disciples to pack weapons and flipping over tables, right? So Charlemagne, well, the Breakfast Club reported all this, right? They read off a list of his tweets, and you know, Angela Yee read off his tweets, and then she gave Charlemagne a chance to respond to it. And I'm listening to it because I was listening to the Breakfast Club that morning because my guy Mike Ty was on there. Shout out to Mike Ty. They read off his tweets, and then when they addressed it, well, when Charlemagne addressed it, the only thing he addressed was Kanye's mental health. He said nothing about the tweets. He literally just diagnosed him with extreme narcissism, said nothing about what he was actually talking about, which was true, that a lot of rappers are slaves to their deals, and didn't even acknowledge the peeing on the Grammy, like went straight to mental health. So we've made it to a place in our culture where we are able to talk about mental health publicly. I believe that that's great. Great that we can talk about mental health. But listen to me. Be careful with labeling yourself for clout. Please don't do that. Don't label yourself for clout. Don't try to force a community by your side for your personal issues, because that same clout that you gain can be used and will be used against you. The culture is unforgiving. They will forget you, forget the things that you've done for them, and then go straight at you. I promise you that will happen. You're seeing it right now with Kanye. He thought even being a billionaire was going to change things, and it won't. So I'm gonna tell you a story, but I'm gonna do it on the next video. But don't use your mental health for clout. Don't use any labeling for clout. You gotta stop chasing labels. They'll be used against you, I promise you. I say this as a concession to everybody, but definitely if you are a believer. I'm gonna tell you a story real quick. In the Bible, there was at one point where Jesus actually had over 70 disciples. It doesn't really get talked about that much because it was short-lived. He had over 70 disciples. He went and made a public speech, and in that public speech, he told everybody that they had to eat his flesh and drink his blood in order to enter into the kingdom of heaven. In order to enter into the kingdom of heaven. Once he said that, everybody was like, this man is crazy, and most of his disciples left him. I believe even Mark, the person who wrote the Gospel of Mark, left him when he said that. Now, I wonder how much time it took for the word to travel around town that this man is crazy. The dude, when he's speaking Jesus, is crazy. Imagine if they had the internet back then. Imagine if they had Twitter. Listen, the stuff that you say, your truth, the stuff that you believe, it's going to sound crazy, right? Be prepared for that.